Hey, scrappy friends, this is Mags from MagsGraphics, and it is my designer day on May 10th, and I have some new products that I want to share with you. Last month, I released the everyday glass frames, which were in standard shapes, rectangles and circles, where you could take your photo and if you had a circle photo, you could add the glass frame on top of it and it looked as if it was under a glass bubble. And within each of them, there are 3 different bevels. For this month, I went into Artisan's preloaded shapes. And when you're under Insert Shape from an art kit, you'll see that you've got all of these choices under built-in kits. The common shapes, there's corners, edges, geometric, and some nature. And I went through and chose many of these that I thought could make some interesting effects if you had a glass topper for them. So I'm going to show you some of the things you can do with them. As part of my Designer Day deals, there are 4 new bundles. It's actually bundle 2, 3, 4, and 5 because bundle 1 was the original set that released last month. And with each bundle, there is a freebie and a different freebie for each one. If you purchase bundle 1, you'll be getting a unique set of arrows in addition to what you see here, these 6 packs. If you purchase bundle 2, we have another freebie. If you purchase bundle 3, there's a flower freebie. And if you purchase bundle 4, it's a slanted polygon. And I'm going to show you how you use these in case there is a video of the first one, but since we are talking about the shapes, thought I'd show how you do these too. So over here, last month, my oldest son went skydiving. These are 2 photos right now. This is a picture of the airplane that went off, and this is a picture of him landing. But one of the cool shapes that is in Artisan is this arrow that kind of curves down. If you go and choose your shape from the shape panel, it comes in. I'm going to remove the stroke. I'm going to right and click Create. I'm going to right click and fill, convert it to a photo drop. From there, I can take a photo and drop it in. This is actually of him up in the sky. I can adjust it, move it over, and then in my content, I'm going to find the Everyday Glass Frame Bundle, which is number 2, that has these particular arrows. And I'll get back to why there's a plain shape in just a second. This is the normal curved bevel. This one is a little bit flatter, as if it was in a frame, like a glass frame. And this one is just a funky extra bevel. I'm going to double click on that so it adds it to the page. Now, these were originally created to match with the default size, but just in case they're not perfect, I'm going to click on one, click on the other while I'm holding down the Shift key, make them the same size, and then I'm going to align them vertically and horizontally so that they are on top of each other. And then I'm going to group them. And now, oops, wrong thing. Now I can move this around. I can angle it. So you see he was in the plane, then he came down, landed on the ground safely, fortunately. I can add a bevel, or a shadow. And that could make for some really interesting effects on my page. Now, just in case you had a glitch or something didn't work with the insert ribbon, I included the basic shape over here. And if you choose to bring it in this way, you just have a couple of extra steps. First thing is add it to your page. The second thing is to use your outliner tool because we need to make it live. I don't want the stroke, so I'm going to remove it. Now I can do right click, fill, convert to a photo drop point, and the same thing, I can drop in my photo into it, measuring, thinking, move it around, resize it, oops, sorry, adjust that. And you still have this one under here, which I can hide or delete. And then I can pick one of the frames to go on top, select them both, just be sure they're the same size, and center them on top of each other and group. Both things will end up giving you the same result, just two different ways to do it. So let's explore and see what else we have. One of the shapes is a snow globe dome. There are actually two of them. It's also, I believe, in this pack, maybe? No. Let's go into bundle 3. Yeah, bundle 3 has butterflies, diamonds, the other type of diamond, the dome, and a half circle. So to make an easy snow globe, what I did with this was I added, you can either again add your, close this over. You could go up to insert, shape from an art kit, and you could choose the dome, remove the stroke, or I just don't care for them for this, and create it. Right click, fill, convert it to a photo drop point. And then you can add in your photo, which I do have this snowy picture of Ranger. You can put it in there. Content. And I'm actually going to make these the same size. Whoops. Hold on a second. I'm in trouble with. Let me start this again. Add it from over here. Alrighty. Outliner. Get rid of the stroke. Right click, fill, convert to a photo drop point. And I'll add my photo in here. Get rid of this one. Put these. Oops, 1, 2. Make them the same size. Put them over each other. And I'm going to group these. Now I'll just move these out of the way. What I had done over here was I had just gone up to insert shape. You could do a regular rectangle. I had chosen originally the rounded rectangle. I removed the stroke and I just kind of moved it up here to turn it into a base. And from there, I'll be able to add a a different color. I can add paper. I can now start to build a winter theme around this. But it's one of my favorite pictures of our dog Ranger. He clearly did not want to come in from outside. He really likes just being outside, even in the snow. And speaking of pets, there are also paw prints. So one of the things that you can do with this is following the same steps, is adding in the paw print and choosing one of the bevels to go on top of it. In this case, I've already added a picture to this paw print, and then I can choose one of my glass frames to go on top of it, select them both, make sure they're the same size, and center them over each other, and then group. So you have a lot of potential with all of these packs and so many interesting ideas that you can do with these. With the circle pack that we saw, a lot of people were using them as porthole windows for cruise ships, or you could use bubbles like bath time. One person I saw used them as turned circles into sea glass for their ocean layout. There's really, really clever things that they did with all of this. And within your choices, we have the different arrows and hearts these are all shapes that are within Artisan. The hexagons, we also have octagons, the circles with the hole in the center, kind of like a wide donut, or maybe it could be a really interesting life preserver. If you were doing a beach kit, we have our squares and our rounded squares, triangles. This shape here is an eye shape. Could be very interesting for cat's eyes or gems or even leaves if you wanted a glassy effect on leaves. We have butterflies, the different types of diamonds and domes, the paw prints, lots of speech bubbles. The thinking ones with the curvy edges and circles and rectangles, great speech bubble ideas. And we have one that's more nature with clouds, lightning. The lightning bolt is actually the same lightning bolt, but it comes in, let me get open up to 4. When you bring in the lightning bolt, it is tilted a way that I use it differently. It comes in off to the side, and so there are 3 bevels for that. But if you want your lightning bolt going the other way, I also added these. So you would rotate your lightning bolt, and then you would add these over the top of it. We also have the moon, and we have the water droplets, 2 different types, and all of these seals that are wonderful for awards, sun, lots of possibilities, even a bottle cap. And our last bundle has your hexagons in 2 different directions, the seashells, some stars and some swirls, and the shields, which would be very fun from your superhero items from Pixieverse, as well as the splats and the stars. So there are a lot of things that you can do with this. If you make a layout, I hope you will tag me when you post it in the MagsGraphics Fan Group. And remember, for Designer Day, you get a free pack, which is not included in any of the bundles. You get a free pack with each bundle that you buy. So if you buy all 4 packs, you're going to have 4 different free sets. So lots of possibilities with this, and I can't wait to see what you make.